Justin Brayton on the Joe Gibbs Racing Yamaha into the #1 spot.
And James Stewart not good out of the gate. He's going to be just outside of the top 10. Dungey up inside the top 5. Metcalf coming through around 10th.
For sure.
Right, and then you
It's all conjecture, it's all talk. Now it's time to go racing in our second moto. Stewart, Dungey, Gasol, Short, Josh Grant, Brett Metcalf, Ben Townley, the best motocross riders in the world. Jeff, I'm excited.
Well, here we go. The convergence of a lot of talented riders here, and this is the start is going to be key here for Moto 2. Can Dungey, your points leader, keep the streak going?
Here we go, folks, live on NBC. This time it's the 29 of Short. Will he get to the stripe first and lead them? No, it's the 23 of Justin Brayton on the Joe Gibbs Racing Yamaha into the #1 spot.
And James Stewart not good out of the gate. He's going to be just outside of the top 10. Dungey up inside the top 5. Metcalf coming through around 10th. Stewart behind him.
Check out the battle here, Jeff, as Dungey goes after Kamal DeSalle for 3rd place. Side by side over one of the biggest jumps on this tour, the sky shot. DeSalle on the 463, able to hold off Dungey.
His lap time was a 2:22 on the first lap. Short was a 2:13, so he gave up 9 seconds, or 13.4 behind the stripe.
Yeah, because he's stuck in traffic. Here's Dungey working on DeSalle again. Here we go, side by side. And the Belgian's still able to hold off the kid from Minnesota.
Let's see if Dungey can double this and get the drive.
Oh, and they're going after Brayton. Maybe DeSalle's best hope to survive the challenge of Dungey is to get into second, and he does. Nicely done. He splits Brayton.
As they sit right now, DeSalle would have the overall.
Yes. We'll take the points from the first race, combine it with the points from this. So Dungey got to start pushing the envelope, go after the 23, not let his fellow Suzuki man get away from him.
Yeah, and remember those points were 25, 22, 20 for the top 3 there.
And Dungey makes the move on Brayton. Now you see the countdown clock at the top of the screen. That's the time. 25 minutes to go, and then we'll bring out the 2 laps to go sign.
Yeah, 30 minutes plus 2 laps. The riders have already done 1 today, so they're already physically taxed. Okay, and they've already taken all this abuse that this track gives out one time, and now they have to do it again, and the track is in worse condition, and it's much tougher, even this moto than before.
Here is Dungey challenging DeSalle. What a spectacular season. The 20-year-old from Minnesota figures out where he needs to be and then turns it up.
Yeah, and as we just crossed the stripe there, it was the lap before he set a 2:11.9, which is the fastest of the moto, but this last lap around was a 2:13.3, and Short and DeSalle running first and second are both a little bit quicker than that, but as you can see, it's going to shrink up and then it's going to space out and it gets back and forth. The bottom line is I am quite sure that Andrew Short is going to have a lot of company here.
This is impressive, though. He's dealing with some pressure. It's only going to get worse because you know those Suzukis are going to come after him. They're all getting feel for the course, where the lines have changed. Like you said, they put some water down between our first race and our second. But once they figure this thing out, it's going to be max speed all the way to the end.
Short nailing that double on the top of the stair steps there. That's a good line. And if he can use that to, well, yeah, the 450s, if you go to the inside, you actually jump off that last one instead of jump over it. But you can see Dungey getting a mouthful of roost right now, pulling another tear off.
Yeah, what happens is they get the film over their goggles. They can rip that film off and get clear vision, and you need it. Talk about the rocks and such on this track. They've done a great job putting new soil down to lessen the amount of rocks. You'd much rather get hit by dirt than boulders.
Well, yeah, and new soil, it's topsoil that has washed off over the decades of racing here, and then they go grab it from the bottoms of the valleys, and they spread it all across the top of the track here, and it's made for just an awesome surface here, especially around this next section here where it's so loamy. See how deep those ruts are? That's because of that, just that bulgy soil that they have up here in upstate New York.
DeSalle right now with Short. Dungey is there. We've got a 3-rider battle for the lead as we approach the halfway mark. Look at the fans. They're up against the fences, just anticipating what's going to happen here. They're setting each other up at the moment, but next couple of laps, you're going to see some guys trying to make moves.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility here, the way that DeSalle is riding, that he can come away with the win here because he put on a strong ride in the first moto. Remember, he's never raced here, so now he's getting a little more used to this track here, starting to figure out how the track's going to flow.
And there's the element of surprise. Dungey has battled short in this position several times this year and has been able to make his way around, but it's a complete mystery for his one weekend-only teammate, Clement DeSalle. Dungey doesn't really know how to play it against this guy. They've never really raced.
Got to just use your head at this point, try to ride smooth. Remember, Dungey's got a massive points lead.
Wait a minute. James Stewart, who had the bad start. We now hear that Stewart has pulled off of the racetrack. He had gotten up to about 11th place. He's fighting to get into the top 10, but he has pulled off. He did tell us at the end of Moto 1 he was tired. Maybe he wasn't quite ready yet. So much action right now as DeSalle goes for the lead, and James Stewart is out. Look at this. DeSalle wants a piece of the 29 to get the lead. Not quite able to pull it off, but short knows he's there now.
Look at this. As it starts to, it'll get into a little one-line situation here, and DeSalle's going to try to stay out of the roost. Yeah, see, and he crosses over the line to avoid those rocks, but this is where he's got a really fast line as he sweeps around the outside. Back to the inside, DeSalle.
He's going to try to use it. You saw that coming, Jeff. Great job by DeSalle. He even looks over to make sure he gave Short some room. He doesn't want to tangle with him. He's in the lead.
And as they sit now, DeSalle would be your overall winner.
Dungey's got to start hustling. He can't let Short hold him up and let DeSalle get away. Short's going to try to get him back as we go up the wall. Great racing here at Unadilla. So glad you folks could join us for the action live. Halfway mark. What is going to happen? Can risk apparently not able to finish the deal today physically. We'll try to get more info. Aaron is going to head to the pits and see if we can get a word with James Stewart and find out exactly what happened here. But we got to catch up with the battle for the lead. Clement DeSalle out of Belgium is leading Ryan Dungey. And Ryan Dungey has won 7 straight races in this tour. This is one of the strongest challenges he has dealt with all season, Jeff.
Yeah, it certainly is. And boy, wouldn't that be an upset to have a European rider come in, you know, and steal the thunder here. But I'm telling you, there's 14 minutes left, plus 2 laps in this moto, and we've seen Dungey. He's been challenged at this time, you know, of the moto this season. But this is when he really starts to wick it up late in the second moto. That's when he just has seemed to rise above the competition, which in this case, you know, Andrew Short has been the gauge. But DeSalle, these guys haven't raced against him. And he's having the best year of his career on the Grand Prix circuit. So, hey, this is a great ride, especially if you're Roger DeCoster, because you've got a Belgian rider who's riding a Suzuki, and you've got your own rider, Ryan Dungey, here. But as we have this great battle for the lead, we've also got that spectacular battle as Metcalf came up there, and we know he's been strong.
Dungey going to try an outside line. Nothing doing there. This is where Dungey, like you said, Jeff, been so spectacular. He leaps to the side of DeSalle, side by side, and they're headed to that wall that we talked about at the top of the show. It is straight down, hanging U-turn and straight back up.
Oh, look at DeSalle just dragging the rear brake all the way down, trying to get the Suzuki 450 stop. I'm telling you,
just able to hold on Dungey.
I've been so impressed. I mean, with both of these riders here today, they have been just phenomenal. The skill set that they've shown and line choice and physical conditioning.
Well, we were talking about the Motocross of Nations at the top of this show, which is a team event. Nation versus nation. We've got a Belgian rider out front, an American in second, an Australian in third. Here goes Dungey to the inside. DeSalle's got some great lines figured out. Everywhere Dungey goes, the 463 seems to have an answer.
Yeah, and to follow up, that event would be held in Colorado, in Lakewood, for the first time here in the U.S. since 2007.
Dungey's going to use an outside line in this right-hand turn. It's a long way around. That'll lead him to the inside in the next corner.
Well, this has been a passing spot all day long. You see just how close that was. From that angle, it looks like, okay, the guy in the lead has got it handled, but then by the time they get to that tight left-hander, we've seen so many incredible passes throughout the day here at qualifying practice and in the first motos. But look at the track. You land and you G out, the rear shock and everything just gets tested as it, Dungey
makes a mistake. They will tie. They'll both have a first and a second on the day, and the tiebreaker is the better finish in the second race. So both scored the same amount of points, each were the first and second, but Desal will be handed the overall championship for the day because he won the second race. So Dungey has to make this pass. Oh, and he gets nailed by the rocks and roost again.
And you know what I think is interesting is both riders have a very patient riding style, very smooth, calculated. You don't really see their feet off the pegs, and they're not using a lot of energy.
Oh.
There's a little mistake there.
Wow, Dungey makes another mistake, and there's more breathing room. We are within 10 minutes and 2 laps to go. Look at this. Ryan Dungey tries to make the pass. Desal says, no, I'm not going to let you have it. And they scrub opposite directions in midair over the sky shot.
Here comes Dungey around the outside. Oh, he's got the line here, definitely.
Yeah, he's got the inside. He holds his teammate off. And Dungey, well, he takes a look over his shoulder. They don't want to make contact because they're riding for the same team today. All right, now we're heading into that wall that we were talking about. Straight down, straight up. Look at Dungey hugging the inside.
Desal way on the outside. Oh, he's way behind now.
No, okay. He's going to try to... Oh, but Dungey makes a mistake. I thought they were going to land on each other on that jump. Somehow Dungey able to hold the spot. Check it out, Jeff.
Watch the replay here as they come down. Watch Dungey around the outside. Just finds a smooth line. Carries his momentum, which from the left back to the right, which becomes the inside. Nice pass for the lead for Ryan Dungey. Takes a little look over to see if Desal was going to clear that double and gain any momentum at all.
Ooh, Dungey almost came unglued to the landing. He is really pushing the pace now down the stretch. There you see the clock at the top of the screen. 6 minutes and 2 laps left in this race.
Well, I can tell you why Dungey has got the lead. We saw the pass, but the result was, it was a 2-minute, 10-second, 0.5 lap time for Ryan Dungey. The fastest lap of the moto was when Dungey passed Desal there. He was on the gas.
And Dungey lays down the first 2-minute, 10-second lap of this race. He is turning it on late when most riders would fade beginning top. There's Dungey. He's got a nice lead built up. Once he broke Desal, he broke away. It's a 9.7-second lead for Dungey. Now Dungey is cruising, so Desal's closed back in just a little bit, but still the gap is massive, Jeff.
Yeah, and it's quite a ways back there from Desal to Metcalf right now.
For sure.
Right, and then you had